5 things to define your business. Number 1, define your purpose, the very reason why you exist. Now, one of the things I want you to mark, knowing the gap is one thing. Number 2 is what gives you leverage. What gives you advantage over other players in the industry? That's the next question. Now, question number 2, who do you serve? Because you have to define your customer to know exactly who am I targeting? Where are they found? What is their consumer power? Before that, you do not have a customer. Number 3, what are your products? What differentiates you from the rest of the providers in the market? What makes your services unique? Maina, for example, is this wellness you're doing, is it accessible to your customers? Less than 90% of Kenyans can buy insurance for fire. Right now, as we speak, only 3% of Kenyans are insured. So when we say everybody needs to be insured, that's true, but not everybody is your customer. And that's why you must be very precise as an entrepreneur, because you're not a social entrepreneur. You are not offering services for free. So until you narrow down and say this is the person who can afford my services, in as much as these services are needed by everyone, not everyone can afford. How do we convince them they need your services? And that's why I'm saying that vision now needs to be clear. That while your services are needed, a lot of people don't even know the need. That's your job as an entrepreneur, to convert the ordinary Kenyan into a consumer of your product or services. So your products have to be defined. What excites the market about your products needs to be real. 5 questions. Number 4, what is your business model? By that I mean, from the time you develop your product or service to the value chain, to the time it reaches the consumer, and the consumer literally pays you and money gets in your pocket. What is that process? And question number 5, measure success. And the question I'm asking here, what does success look like to you? At what point do you decide, I am successful or I am happy? I came here because I decided I want to be, quote unquote, the next John Maxwell. John Maxwell is 72 years right now. And I knew he's going to leave the scene. And if I don't do something, someone else will fit in his shoes. Let me throw some 10 quick steps. 10 quick steps. Number 1, let the business drive the vision and mission. That means don't sit down and start deciding a vision and mission. Don't try to be theoretical. Don't try to cheat yourself. Start from where you are. For example, I can't pretend to be in Kenya anymore. I'm already playing at a global league. 2020, I got invitations from 8 countries. In fact, we refunded money to one Zambian company. They had already paid when COVID hit, and we had to refund money. So I can't pretend to be in Nairobi anymore. So I have to start from where we are and decide this is already Kogad territory. What is the new frontier for me? So I'm saying this for you also. You have to say, I'm driving from Nairobi to Mombasa. The vision is to reach Mombasa. Where am I? Am I in Machakos? Am I in Sultan Hamud? Am I in Mutito Adei? Am I in Voi? Let me first of all know where I am. I'm selling petrol like Zaid. He called himself Zaid. But I'm already selling petrol. What I don't have is my own petrol station. Where am I right now? Because I don't want to start from scratch. I'm starting from where I am. Question number 2. Step number 2, involve all stakeholders. A stakeholder is anyone with a stake in your business, an interest. Whether it's your wife, whether it's your child, whether it's an employee you have, and assign them responsibilities. Normally, when I'm doing like a vision and a mission for the government, I put them around a table and we hang them on the walls. I give them small groups, I divide them to small groups, like 5 groups, and each group has to write what they envision about the future. So you give each one of them a responsibility. Why? For buy-in. You need a buy-in. Number 3, ask for help. You don't have to hire an expert in your business, but you can bring them when you're crafting the vision. Let me get personal here. My wife Mercy runs salons. She has 4 of them. They are all in Nairobi. One is in Biashara Street, one is in Westlands Krishna Center, one is in Adams Arcade, and one is in Valley Arcade. We realized there is no point in hiring an accountant. So we hired a lady called Mother for her accounting services. She has an accounting firm. You will be surprised. She charges us only 5K to come and give us a monthly management account, quarterly management accounts, and then annual audited accounts. For the annual audited account, she charges us 30K. For the monthly management accounts, 5K. And she sits in the business for only 3 hours in a month. Now, why is this good? Because this is cheaper than hiring an accountant in the business, and because she's an expert, she's doing that for many companies. She's far better than hiring a beginner, a school leaver who is trying to understand the ropes. If you don't have to know everything, you can outsource. Number 4, anchor your business on values. Deliver on your promises. You won't go far with a dissatisfied customer. Why does Nyabura keep on looking for me over 10 years in Biashara Club? She knows, Nyabura knows this, Moses knows this, that every time they call me, I will do everything to the glory of God. I will give it my very best. I don't take any single meeting for granted. Leave alone this one, which is a national forum. Even when I used to go around the country, small cities like Mumias and Goma and Busia and Naivasha, Taita Taveta, I gave it my all. And I'm challenging you right now, deliver on your promises. Treat one customer as though that's the only customer you have. Number 5, define your unique identity. What makes you better than others? Guys, allow me to use Azimio Minor as an example. Azimio has taken me to Mount Kenya twice. He has taken me to Mount Kilimanjaro. He walks the talk. He doesn't explain about wellness. He lives it. I have seen his diet. I've seen how he exercises. I've seen how he does hiking. His life is an inspiration. Now I'm asking this. So if he decides to take me through that journey of wellness, I can buy him because he walks the talk. Now I'm asking you today, what are your strengths over your competitors? What are the opportunities you have that they cannot exploit? What are the weaknesses you have? Maybe you don't have the capitalization of the big boys. And maybe your strength is customer service. Maybe your strength is service delivery. That's why a SWOT analysis is not a theory. It is practical for you. Let me give you another example. And Nyabura mentioned it when we were starting. COVID-19 was a threat. A threat, you have no power over it. Remember this. strengths and weaknesses are internal. You have control over them. Opportunities and threats are external. They're external to the business. They are forces in the industry. COVID-19 is a classic example of a threat. What is the opportunity in this threat? COVID-19 made me cancel all my speaking engagements, physical meetings. I just told you we refunded money to a company in Lusaka, Zambia. It was painful for me as an entrepreneur, but it gave me another opportunity to train online. Before then, KCB never gave me a chance to train online. I had to teach in person. Safaricom never gave me a chance to train online. Stanbic, Barclays Bank, the government of Kenya. Today, I am training in different countries from my house, even without going to the office. Can you imagine? Right now, I'm speaking to you from my house. And the question I'm asking you right now, how do you convert every threat into an opportunity and every weakness into a strength? That's the question you have to answer. Simplicity counts. Once you make it complicated, you yourself will not be convinced and persuaded. Step number 7, make it actionable. Define milestones. I'm driving from here to Salama, from Salama to Mtito, from Mtito to Voi. Make it actionable. Now, where you're saying, I need my brand to be clear in Nairobi. From that, I am moving nationwide. From that, I am moving East Africa. Maybe your dream is not East Africa, but you're saying I'm running a school, and in the next 3 years, it must be the best school in the county, then in the country. Step number 8, make it measurable. 2 things. What is the quantity and what is the time? There are no unrealistic goals, just unrealistic timelines, just unrealistic deadlines. Every goal is achievable. The question is the timeline. Most entrepreneurs, it's not that they set very high goals and missed, but they set very low goals and hit them. Goals that never made a difference. They set goals below the belt. They hit below the belt. So the question I'm asking you right now, at any given moment, can you say, for example, when I landed in the US, I first said, I need to make impact in Georgia alone, because I knew if I make impact in Georgia, I'll be felt the whole of the US. If you make impact in the US, you will dominate the whole world. Just like in Kenya, if you become the best in Nairobi, you are the best in Kenya. If you become the best in Eldoret town, you are the best in North Rift, not just in Uasin Gishu. If you become the best in Murang'a town, you'll be the best in Murang'a County. If you're the best trainer in Nairobi city, you're the best in Kenya. That's how it works. If you're the best in Kenya, you're the best in East Africa. So you have to decide your scope.